Hi, welcome to my channel. This is kauserwise
And this is the continuation video of sequencing model. Already we have seen four different models under sequencing. In this series, we are going to see the fifth model, that is processing n jobs through single machine, that is one machine. In that, we have four different models. Number one, shortest processing time rule. Number two, weighted shortest processing time rule. Number three, earliest due date rule. And the last one, slack time remaining rule. Okay, so you can find the playlist link in the description box. Now in this video we are going to see the third model, that is earliest due date rule. Now let's see the problem. See the problem. EDD rule, that is earliest due date rule. Okay, 7 jobs 1 to 7 are to be processed on a single machine. The processing times and due dates are given below. 7 jobs are there. Processing time, that is TI, in minutes they have given, and due date, that is DI, in minutes they have given. Okay, with this, assuming that no new jobs arrive thereafter, determine using EDD rule. Number 1, optimal sequence. Number 2, completion time of the jobs. Number 3, mean flow time. Number 4, average in-process inventory. Number 5, lateness, mean lateness and maximum lateness. The last one, number of jobs actually late. Okay, so first we need to find out optimal sequence according to EDD rule, that is earliest due date rule. Okay, see, according to this rule, we need to consider due dates in minutes. Here we have due dates for different jobs, no? So according to minimum duration, we have to assign the jobs first, second, third, like that. Okay, so here which is the least value? 12. Okay, so assign job 2 is first. Okay, then next least duration is 15. But here 15 duration is there for two different jobs. So we need to follow the order. So job 1 will be second and job 3 will be third. Then the next least duration is 25. So this will be fourth one. Then next least value 30. So 5. Then 40. 6. And finally 45 will be the last job. So this is the optimal sequence we have found according to earliest due date rule. Okay, now let us see the second calculation, that is completion time of the jobs. Okay, see the solution. We have got the optimal sequence as per EDD rule, that is 2 1 3 4 5 6 7. This is the optimal sequence, and I have written the processing time for the respective jobs. Okay, in order to calculate the completion time of these jobs. Okay, the first one, job 2, no. What is the processing duration? 10 minutes. So at the end of 10th minute, we'll complete job 1, the first job. The next one, job 1. What is the duration? Processing time? 5 minutes. So 10 plus 5, 15th minute, we'll complete 2 jobs. Next, 15 plus 8, 23. 62 plus 8, 70. Okay, so 10, 15, 23, 27, 42, 62, 70 minutes respectively. Okay, so this is the way to calculate completion time of these jobs. Okay, see the problem. The next calculation is mean flow time. See the solution. Mean flow time, that is average of completion time of all the 7 jobs. Just find out the total of each and every completion time of all the jobs together divided by number of jobs. Here 7 jobs are there, no? So divided by 7, you will be getting mean flow time, that is 35.57 minutes. Okay, see the problem. The next one is average in process inventory. Okay, see the solution. The next one is average in process inventory. Average in process inventory means number of jobs waiting as in process inventory. So here we have 7 different jobs now. In order to process all the jobs, for the first one, the number of jobs waiting is 7. Second one, 6. Third one, 5. Like that, we have to take the order and multiply with processing time and then total divided by total completion time of all the jobs, that is 70. Okay, let's see the calculation. See, average in process inventory, that is, we have 7 jobs now. For each and every processing time, just multiply with the order. For the first job 7, next job 6, next job 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Multiply with the processing time of each and every job according to optimal sequence. Then find out the total divided by total completion time of all the 7 jobs, that is 70 minutes. Divided by 70, you will be getting number of jobs waiting as in process inventory, 3.56 jobs. Okay, see the problem. The next calculation is lateness, mean lateness, and maximum lateness, and finally number of jobs actually late. Okay, for this calculation, first we need to find out the lateness. For that, just compare the completion time of each and every job with due date, okay, according to the optimal sequence. Okay, we have to consider due date time as well as completion time of each and every job according to the optimal sequence. Okay, see the solution. The next one is calculation of lateness, mean lateness, and maximum lateness. Okay, so first we need to calculate the lateness. For that, just write down the jobs according to the optimal sequence. Okay, and then just compare the completion time of each and every job with the due time. Okay, already we have completion time of each and every job. Just write down the due time for the respective jobs. Okay, 12, 15, 15, 25, 30, 40, 45 minutes. This is the due time. Okay, this I have taken from the problem. Now just compare the completion time with due time. Okay, first one 10 minus 12 minus 2, so no late. Second one 15 minus 15, 0, no late. Next 23 minus 15, 8 minutes late. Okay, and then 27 minus 25, 2 minutes late. Then 42 minus 30, 8 minutes late. Then 62 minus 40, 22 minutes late. Then 70 minus 45, 25 minutes late. Okay, so this is the way to calculate lateness of each and every job individually. The next one is mean lateness. Mean means average. Just find out the total divided by number of jobs. 7 jobs, no. This is the average. That is mean lateness, 9 minutes. The next one, maximum lateness. Okay, so here we have 7 jobs. In that, only 5 jobs are late. Okay, here we got -2, here 0. So no late for job 2 and job 1. But for all other jobs are late. In that, which is the maximum lateness? 25 minutes is the maximum lateness. Okay, then the last one is number of jobs actually late. Okay, so here we have calculated lateness, no? So how many jobs actually late? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 jobs actually late. Okay, so this is the way to solve the problem according to earliest due date rule. Okay, so the remaining models, you can find the playlist link in the description box. Hope you like this video. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.